Hi friend, on today lab I am going to show you the configuration of the Palo Alto. So here what we are going to do, I can just make the brief understanding. So what to do this, I can configure the side-to-side VPN between these two Palo Alto. So the branch office PC can able to access the HQPC-10. Okay, so it is working as a static route. After that, it is successfully able to reach each other. We are going to configure the BGP over this channel, and after the BGP we configure the BGP, then we can test again. We can test the connectivity between these two systems, and then it is been reachable within the two system. Then what we try, we can try to configure the OSPF on that particular network segment on that router. So this router can be establish the neighbor relation, OSPF neighbor relation between these Palo Alto. So we can configure the OSPF on the Palo Alto, and also in the BGP for this tunnel, and OSPF between these two router. So route of this OSPF router can be redistributed to this BGP, and the route of the BGP should be redistributed to the OSPF. So the user system of this segment is I can the segment A. I can take the segment A, and this is the segment B. So segment A of the HQ LAN can able to access the branch LAN, and branch LAN can also able to access both segment A and segment B. Segment A can able to reachable via BGP and then OSPF, and B can be reachable through the BGP via side-to-side VPN. So this is our lab. I can going to show you how we can configure that. So let's log into this HQ Palo Alto, which is right there. So So I log into both the firewall. So I log into this firewall and this firewall. This is I logged for after the change the password. So what is the first step? First step that I think you need to be change the configurations, and then go to the setup and change the host name. As you already told, this is the HQ firewall. So I give the name to HQ firewall, so it is better understanding. It is branch firewall. Okay, so this is the HQ firewall. This is a branch firewall. So let me commit that, so we can find in the top. So this is the first stage to configure the host name. Now, and the second stage, definitely you have to configure the zone. On zone, as per our type topology, we only use this point-to-point VPN connection. So using the Ethernet 1/3 on the both. So let me give this is the WAN zone, and then it is called to a LAN zone. This is already the management. Later in this lab we can add one another port for the internet, so then we can configure how we can use the access the internet, and we can create the policy. On the today lab we are not able to going to do that, we just going to do that to configuration the certificate VPN. Okay, so it is already committed. So yeah, so let go to the network and then go to the zone. Here also in the zone and add the zone. This is a branch office, so I take the WAN zone, and definitely you can change this to be, yeah, also here you get the WAN and do it as a L3. Again you have to give the zone, and then you have to the LAN zone. So give the LAN zone here, add, and you go to LAN here. Here commit the both the firewall. So after configure the LAN zone, we need to go to the interface. So as you see in my diagram, this is actually for use for the WAN. So let's change to the L3. Use the default virtual router, and zone should be WAN zone, and IP will be, as you see here, 10.10.9 and 10.10.10. So it is going to be just called 10.10. And this will be trap 3, and this is the default. This will be WAN. IP will be 10.10.10.9/24. So both the case use the ping. So add the ping management profile, so you are able to ping this interface. So I think I need to commit first before we can change the thing. So this kind of issue happened. Let me see. Let me wait for some time. So if it is commit, then we can proceed further. Okay, this is done. Now you show both the interface will be up very soon. Okay, so both the interface is up. You can, as you see. So now we have configured this 2 as a LAN. Well, it is going to be the same default security zone LAN, and then IPv4 add. This is the 22.168.10.1/24. Here I can configure this L3, then virtual router default zone WAN LAN would be 192.168.100.1/24. So here you can see that this is the 100 network and this is the 10 network. So 10.1 and this is the 100.1. So this been last commit is completed, so I can complete new. Close, commit, and then commit. So here also we can add the advance. We can call the advance, and you are configuring the ping. Here also can go to the and use to the advanced ping. Okay, so I have to add the new management. So both the interface and the advance, we should add the ping. Till now I think it is clear for you. This commit is going on, so that's why it is not active showing. It is soon it is going to be showing green. So till it is committed happened, let us start our IPSec configuration. So IPSec configuration, as I told, we can skip these two parts because for both the firewall we are using the default. We can change that as per our requirement, but I think in our lab we will not require that. So we can start with the IK gateway. IK gateway, what I have to do? To branch net. So to branch network. No, it is HP network. Because it's a branch firewall, and mode should be the IK2 interface. What should be interface? Interface configure is 3. Local address this, peer address is 10.10.10.9. PCR key, we have to give the PCR key in both firewall the same. Then going to the advanced and use this default as it is. Here also we are going to the IP gateway, add now, then to branch network, and then I provide it is to be IK2 mode only, and then going to interface is this 1/3. IP address will be this interface IP address, and peer IP address 10.10.10.10. Okay, PCI key will be the same. Sorry. So there also be default, because in advanced this should be default, so that is okay. Here also we can check it is be default. It is default because we are using the IKE, so that is why. So let it make me only IKE, so that is better option. We can give this anything prefer also, then in that case you have to configure the both. So let commit both the firewall. Now commit this both the firewall. Now till now we can configure the IKE gateway, the phase 1 basically. Now we are going to the IPSec. Before going to the IPSec, we have to configure the tunnel. The tunnel you can put 1, then virtual I2 should be default. Now on the zone we configure one zone like VLAN, sorry VPN. I would it be L3, so then okay. IP is not required. If when you can configure the BGP, then we can put the IP. Now it is not required. So go to the network and then go to interface. Both the firewall you have to do that. Then go to the one. Then go to the default zone. Definitely you have to configure new zone, which is VPN. So till now I think it is clear to you. Now as I told, there is no IP required. Okay, so you understand that now it is configured. Then we can go to configure the IPSec. I am on that HQ firewall. Now configure to and tunnel should be tunnel interface 1, IKE gateway to branch network. It is also using default. We can provide customize, but from our activity we can use default. Now we can have to the proxy ID. Proxy ID is required to provide. Proxy ID will be the local LAN. Local LAN is 192.168.100.0. It is local LAN for HQ LAN. Sorry. So proxy LAN, HQ LAN. I can save the HQ LAN. One. If it's one more than one, then you have to give the 1 2 3 like that. And remote is 192.168.100.0/24. Okay. Protocol any. Select OK. Here also we have to go to the proxy ID and this ID. Then we can go to HQ LAN interface. They are also in the tunnel 1. IKE gateway is to HQ and this is default and OK. So in both the case you can see that, and then you need to commit. Now what you have to do? Now we have to configure the root, virtual root. So let's go to the router. So first we are configure the static root between these both the side. After that we are configure the BGP to branch LAN. What is the IP of branch LAN? 192.168.100.0/24. So how to use the branch LAN is a tunnel. Now here it is used for tunnel. Then no need to be provide the IP address, and then it is okay. Also in the branch side, in the virtual router, go to the default, then go to the static, add what you have to do, HQ LAN. So what should be the IP? HQ LAN 1, then IP is 192.168.10.0/24. So how to reach this interface? Through a tunnel, and everything is to be none. Okay, so routing is to be done on the both the case. You can commit if you want. Now we need to configure the security policy. Now security policy, you can configure to branch LAN and source. In this case, we have to give the both LAN and VLAN. Both the zones should be added here. Destination also you have to add LAN and VLAN. And rest of the thing is the default. Whatever the default, that is the default. So no other changes required. So you have the both in the single, or you can separately configure to branch LAN out to branch LAN in, and then you give the zone accordingly. That can be also be done, but you can use the one single policy for that also. Now you can go to the policy and then configure the policy, add policy on the name to HQ LAN. Now source is the same, to zone LAN, destination also to zone. One is traffic from going to this another location, and another it's from this location to, for example, HQ to the branch location, and from traffic branch to HQ location. Both is actually covered on that particular policy. So that is why you can use that, and then you commit. So it is done. Okay. So let commit it, and then we can check the reachability. So if you revise these things and what actually you are configured. So initially we are configured definitely zone, and then we are configured the interface. Okay, we can configure tunnel interface. We are configure IK gateway, and we can configure the IPSec tunnel. The both the same configuration, the both the location. Then we configure the virtual route and provide the static IP for other destination. And then what to do? We can get the policy. You don't need to NAT on this case. So only you can configure the policy on the both. So you can give the same on the both the side. You can go into the security policy, then we can network, you can go the zone, you get the interface, go in the interface. Okay. Actually, there is a mistake we made. Okay. That is why it is always been better. You can revise the configuration one. No, that is always been good. Go to the interface. No, is a none. They should be there in the LAN zone. So you can understand also. Okay, so you can see that now it is committed. Here you can see that's correctly. Okay, so let commit the changes, and here it is committed, and let commit, then we can test. Okay, now we have to go to this branch system, and then you can go to the HQ system. Okay, so there's already something going on, not required. So this is actually this is a branch system, and this is the HQ system. So from the HQ system we try to ping now IP config. You can see this is actually the HQ system. So from there we can ping the branch system. And what is the IP of the branch system? Up is 100 or 100. Yeah, I can able to see that. So let's ping that. So it is not pinging, it is pinging. Okay, then you can show it is pinging. So you can, and here also 192.168.10.100-T. So you can reachable of both the locations. So you can able to reach this location and this location. So our side-to-side VPN configuration is successfully completed. So you can check that on the network, and then we are going to IPSec tunnel, and you can see this tunnel is up. So this is actually that information you can see here. So this is the information you can see there. Here also you can check that IPSec. This is the branch router, and this is the tunnel information. You have to see that. IK phase 1 information, phase 2 information. Now we are delete that static route which is configured here. So you can delete the static route. Also you can delete the one other thing, that the IPSec proxy ID, which is also not required. Actually we are configure here also proxy ID, but it is recommended that you have to configure. Somewhere miss, still it is working, but you can delete that, and then also you can test. You can delete here. I can just configure here actually. So in the branch line you can configure that. Okay. So without also it is working. So but preferable that you configure. If you not configure, then it is showing the open inscription 0000. So that is the thing. So let me test that, and okay, let's do one thing. Just delete that and see if it is working or not. If it is not there, so you can see it is. Let's see what happened. Ping is continuously running. Okay. Yeah, there is no proxy ID, only the configuration is there. Let's see. In routing protocol, if you go to routing protocol, then it is not required. I think in the static route also If it have the PaloAlto in the both the side, it is not required that. And if it is have the other device, then actually it is recommended that you can configure that actually if it's not using the dynamic routing protocol. Yeah, it is pinging, so I think it is not required, mandatory actually, required but not mandatory. So you can just traffic process through this routing only. So this one prop is there because it changes, but still it is pinging, so it is okay. So now we can configure the now we have to do what we have to do. Just we can configure the tunnel IP. Definitely that is required, that is not there. And then we configure our next type is BGP. Go to the tunnel. This is actually HQ firewall. So go to the tunnel and an IP address, provide the IP address of the tunnel. So I am giving the IP address of tunnel for the HQ firewall is 9.9.9.9 and /24. Other configuration is the same as it is, so no need to change. On this branch firewall, go to the tunnel 1 and go to the IP address, add 9.9.9.10-24. so this is as it is. Other configuration is as it is. Okay, so let open this commit and then commit. So this is done. So we configure the both the firewall. I can configure the tunnel IP address. Now on my next step, I should delete that static route, so I can understand clearly how the impact of the BGP. So let's delete that branch to branch static route. Delete that. Okay, and then go to the network, virtual router, default, then going to the static and just delete that entry. Okay, so both the case you need to commit now, and you see when commit is to be done, the reachability between this is to be impacted. So you can see that this channel till now is pinging, but you see after commit completed, then reachability is not available. Still it is pinging, so we are deleting the you can delete the static route. Now it is commit is in progress. So that is this. So let me start the configuring that BGP between this BGP between these two peer or this to this tunnel. Already I can delete the static route. Now configure the BGP. So it is commit is in progress. You can check that this commit is not completed. Here also you can see the commit is in progress. So this is done, then you can start. See, ping reachability is gone. So now no static route is in there between these two sides. Also you understand that without static route it is not possible the tunnel to work. Okay, so any route, static route or dynamic route, anything you should need to configure on this tunnel. So let's go to the default, the BGP. Now enable the BGP and give the router ID. Router ID I should give the tunnel IP 9. This is the actually HQ firewall. So give the 9.9.9 and AS number I giving that 5. Sorry, go to the 64512. 64512 is and then provide click the install root. Then go to advanced and the peer add. So branch peer. On the branch peer we configure EGP because we can use a different AS number. Practically it is possible if you have connected to tunnel with your different office, client office or other office. If it is your own office, own company, then you can use the IBGP. But if it is happening with this external client or something like that, then you have to use EBGP. So branch peer. So what is the AS number of the branch peer? That I know configure still now, but we have proposed to give the 54513, and then you configure the interface. Interface obviously tunnel. You can connect it peer or neighbor with this interface, and peer address USB 9.9.9.10. So now we are going to make it commit, then do OK. I think that is, so let me check, and yeah, okay, then we commit. Yeah, so now we configure in the HQ end. Now we're going to the configure on the branch officiant. So going to the BGP enable 9. This is peer 9.9.10. This is the router ID. S number will be different. S number is 64513. Now is 13, is 12 and 13. Install root, advanced peer group. We add the peer group. This is now HQ peer. Sorry, HQ peer. Now add again HQ. So you can give the same name or different name, that is not matter, but it's important to give the right AS number to initiate the to come from the neighbor. So then you can do the interface, then tunnel, then you automatically IP is showing here. Now peer IP is 9.9.9.9. Okay, so this is the HQ firewall end. So that is done. Okay. So let me check something which is not right. Is EXRP. Go to add tunnel. Sorry, I can give the right IP, right name. 512. People protocol behavior API is already used by default HQ. So let me change the name. I think that is the requirement. Like if you can give me 1. Okay. So you understand. A small thing you have to be careful. So now it is committed, and this is also done. My computer is done. After it is changed, then we can check the status of the BGP. So it is there. So let me wait. 98%. It is completed on the HQ firewall. Now on the branch firewall, it is still 99%. It is done now. Let me check what you have to be checked. Go to the default, and it is configuration. Now just check the configuration once again. Going to the BGP enable. Like this is okay. This is a branch of fish. Let's go to the default root BGP. It is enable. This is the 412. router advanced peer group and all the things to be there. Branch of fish, yes. Connection type advanced. And also I know why you can commit, and anyway it will commit that again. And then you go to the BGP, then redirected advanced peer group and peer group. What is this here? It is, I think are good. Let me check then. On there show the runtime, and then going to the BGP, then peer is established, means the connection is okay. You can see that branch peer as a peer, and this is local IP, and this is a peer IP. Everything is the AS number and password is not set. This is okay, and you can check here also. Sorry, this is not here. You can check here from this run state. Go to the BGP and get to the peer established. Mean that is connectivity is done, but you have to be redistribute the route, connected route to the BGP. So for that, going to the default route, then going to redistribute, add. So now I can say HQROUT HQ route to BGP. Okay, and give the 100. So what route we should be added? We should be added the connected route, right? Because no, this is the connected route that we should be added, and there is a connected route that should be added here. Very simple thing, nothing to need to do again further. Here also go to there, then going to redistribute, add. Now this is a branch to BGP, and go to the 10, also the connected route, and then okay. So now it will commit here on the branch firewall and commit here onto the HQ firewall. So let complete, then you can check. So still now we have to be check another thing, that is status of tunnel. You can see the status of tunnel is up at the moment on the both the case. Okay, so we are good on that part. It is up. It is good on that part. Okay, this is up. Now we configure this now route. Also one thing that we already configure, that other thing also we configure, that policy and other things. So let me check here. Yeah, so let's do one thing. Can just network and then go virtual router. Now one thing I have to do, just added this redistribution to the BGP. So on the BGP profile, add this, and then add the branch BGP on the branch BGP branch firewall, and on the on this HQ firewall, go to this BGP and add this redistribute to this. One thing you need to check, one other thing that is need to be checking to this distribution list, that go to redistribute profile, just go here, and then and redistribute in the both the case, unless it does not work. Go to there and redistribute, go to there and click the redistribute. Okay, Now you have to commit, and hopefully after you commit you can check the ping between this should be up. It is not up at the moment, but it should be up after this commit is to be done. So wait and see. So what we configure, we are initially configure the static root, and then we are configure the BGP over this IPSec tunnel. Now through BGP there is already that is connected network, so we not do anything on this part. This is also connected network, so this system on this HQ LAN should able to ping the branch system or branch PC should connect it to the HQ PC without any issue. Everything is configuration is okay. So now go to this mode state. Now you can see that there where I am, we are actually in the HQ side. Now in the BGP you can see that BGP pair is being established, pair group is there, local, see local RIP. Locally what you find here, you can get this IP address 10 on that HQ firewall, and here also if you can check, you will to check this local RIP the 192.10 network also. So this should be now okay, and we should be able to ping each other. And routing table also you can see that. Okay, you can see that BGP OI. So BB in the BGP root is learned there. Okay, 110 is there. Okay, so you can check, and now to check, yeah, this pinging started. You can see earlier ping is not happening, but when I can configure the BGP successfully, we able to get ping on this both this locations. So we can able to BGP successfully complete the BGP. Now we can configure the OSPF. OSPF is already configured on the router. We only need to configure OSPF on the PaloAlto end, and then what we do, we just redistribute this route to the BGP, and this BGP route which is learned from this network to the OSPF. So this system HQ PC1 can reach to the branch PC100, and branch PC100 can reach to the PC1. This is already reachable, but we need to configure that. As now the BGP configuration is done, so traffic from this PC to branch office PC is able to reachable each other. So now I can configure this PaloAlto for OSPF on that particular zone. For that, first you have to check that. So on this router, if we connect it to router, I think you need to configure it again. Let me boot this router, and then I check. Okay, quickly I think to configure here, because old configuration is not there. So let me configure to the enable config terminal. So first you go to the host name, configure now host name is like a LAN router. So LAN router. Now we configure the interface E1/0. You can see that this is the E/0 on the for that system, that zone. So we'll give the IP address, IP address 92.168.1.10. Okay, 10 should be the IP address, and then 255.255.255.0, and go to the no shard, give the no shard. Okay, now you have to shift to the now you shift to the another interface, this one. So and give the IP address IP addre IPDDRESS IP address. Then you can go 192.168.10.10 and then 255. So this is interface connected to the our PaloAlto. So no shard. Okay, and then you configure to the OSPF. For that you configure router OSPF 1, and then you configure the network 192.168 to include this subnet on the OSPF process. So 255 is should be the area. Okay, area 0, and then you have to give the other subnet to the area 0. Now you can check show IP protocols. So you can check that this two network range is in this OSPF. So you can show IP protocols. So show IP OSPF neighbor. Also this is sorry, neighbor is not established. Interface. So in the interface you can see that this interface, 1/1 and Ethernet 1/0, both are in the OSPF process. They can send and receive the hello packet. Okay, now it is configure, write the configuration, and then you have to go to the HQ PaloAlto. On the HQ PaloAlto, now we are configure the OSPF instead of BGP is already configured, the distribution are configured. Now going to configure OSPF and router ID. It should be same on the use. We are in the BGP. So this is 9.9. Okay. Now you have to add the area. Area definitely is 0.0.0, and it is normal. That is okay. The interface, you can enable the which interface OSPF is working. The part of this. So this should be the 2. Okay. Now everything is to be good. Go to the OK. So you can export root here. This is not required. Area I to configure an area. Okay, and then configure the interface. I think it is okay. Now you have to click OK and then click OK. Now you have to commit. Now you have to configure the root redistributed for the OSPF. So going to the root distribute, and you can write there is HQ LAN so you can say that OSPF, you can say that BGP to OSPF. So our objective that the BGP LAN route should be redistribute to the OSPF process. So this is the BGP to OSPF. Another you configure is OSPF to BGP. So OSPF LAN route should be to the BGP. So on that part, is OSPF LAN route, and then you can get 10. So you can go and redistribute here. Also here also you have to put the redistribute. So on that BGP process, you have to add this what is you have to add the OSPF route to the BGP, that will need to be added. And all on the OSPF part you can add the BGP route to OSPF. So let me see what happened and then you can check further. Let me commit that. Till it committed, you revise, check the configuration. So going to the default, going to the OSPF, enable the OSPF. We can later with that, but we just go to the area. On the area, we enable the interface, which interface is in the part of the OSPF. So that is, I think that is okay. You don't need anything further. That is okay, and then we can configure the redistribute OSPF to BGP and BGP to OSPF, which is reduced to OSPF to BGP. That we add here, OSPF to BGP. It is already HQ route is already there. That is, we have nothing concerned about. And then OSPF in export route we can configure BGP to OSPF. Let's see what happened now. So OSPF, there is a OSPF area. Now interface, this is the interface of the our OSPF, the PaloAlto router interface. Okay, and then neighbor, yeah, you can get the router, this IP of this show IP interface brief. So you can see this is the 10. Okay, and here also show IP OSPF neighbor. You can see that PaloAlto could be the selected as a neighbor. Now if you can check show IP route OSPF, yeah, we can see that the route belonging to 100 is in this routing table. Also 10, 9, that is not required. We can filter if you do, you can do the separate video on that, but now we require that from here. So let me try to ping from here at least, then I can go for the PC 192.168.100.100. yeah, it is pinging. So finally pinging. So go to this system. Now what to check? Now you can see this is already pinging, already stopping. Earlier it is not pinging, so it is not pinging. Now I can do it again. So go to the command prompt, cmd. I have show the ipconfig. You can see now you have to ping that 192.168.100.100. now it is pinging. So our lab is successfully completed. Hope it is informative for you and you learn a lot on from this. Please, if you feel it is informative, then please consider to subscribe my channel, which is helping me a lot. Thank you very much. Keep between this tunnel.